the most challenging aspects for somebody like me is when you don't have the visual clues. So for instance, on the phone, when you're calling somebody, and for any sort of transgender person, or for me certainly, the biggest awful thing was to be called sir. And so I wanted to try and remove any sort of ambiguity about whether I was male or female, because I am female.
Many people have decided to make a transition and be presenting as the gender that they feel is their true gender, and realize that people are not identifying them in that gender, not because of the way they're presenting visually, but because the voice doesn't match.
I feel like I got caught kind of in like the mid-range of my throat. Like on the one before it, it came from like farther down and then up into...
Many people will think about what's the difference in male and female voices. If we're looking at a gender binary, a male voice sounds like this and a female voice sounds like this. And it's of course not that simple. To use one structure to achieve a sound that is normally, naturally made by another structure, it takes quite an athletic effort. About 80% of our clients are in a male to female transition. With that transition, we want to get the client to use the vocal tract in a smaller way. So there are exercises for occluding the vocal tract to make a smaller area for the resonance, and that might involve using straws and different things to phonate with. And basically the goal is to get the resonance forward up into what they call the mask. Can you feel the buzz in your lips? Can you feel the vibrations in your face, rather than feeling them here?
We really worked hard on, and we did a lot of practice sessions, and sort of we called different places and then sort of recorded those voice conversations. And between us we said, well, okay, how could we just sort of tweak that sound, or maybe just sort of get that vowel a little bit different, or the end of the sentence a little bit different. The female voice, for me as a transgender person, is an extremely important part of who I am. It's extremely valuable to have one-on-one sessions with people who specialize in voice. And that is something that we, as transgender people, don't often get.
It's really a two-way street when we are working with our transgender clients. They're helping our students who will now go out and get jobs and have this experience and carry that experience to their new settings, so that this kind of therapy will become not something special that you have to look for, but something that's a normal part of what speech and language pathologists can offer.